about to tie the two things together.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go on, I need you to explain the Taliban's music aspirations, because based on my research, when y'all met Jim and Cam and them, there was already some guys that was amongst the Taliban that rapped, and y'all had a DVD going. And, explain the rap music element of the 45th and Broadway landscape. It was even 45th and Broadway mixtapes, I believe, back then.
Yeah, no, it was like, yeah, it was 45th and Broadway mixtapes, but like, so let's start at the beginning. We didn't have aspirations. We actually had 3 artists that signed and put albums out.
So they were signed to the Taliban?
They were signed to Diplomats, but those was Taliban artists.
Okay.
So it wasn't no aspirations. They got signed. At the time, we didn't have a label set up. We was more street dudes doing street things, and our friends was in the music industry.
Right.
So we just married them together like that.
Okay,
like,
so some of the guys that was amongst the Taliban, you got them signed to Diplomat Records.
Yes.
Okay, explain the artist that you're speaking of, and I need you to explain how you acquired these guys.
Okay.
So go ahead.
It's J.R.Hell Rell, J.R. Writer, and Unkasa.
All right.
Okay, so J.R.Hell Rell is from the Bronx, and he was down with some dudes, and that was like they artists. DFL, right. And shout out to them, because like that started a whole bunch of stuff, but at the end of the day, I kind of feel like J.R.Hell Rell came down there, he wanted to get with the Taliban, whatever. But them DFL niggas and my cousin grew up together. They like was childhood friends.
So these some Bronx guys.
They some Bronx dudes,
okay.
good dudes or whatever. But you know, I think in time, it's probably all good now. I don't really know, but niggas got into some shit over that. You get what I'm saying? Over Rell.
It was like he left them to be with y'all?
I don't know to the full extent, because I think they had an agreement, but I think Rell just wanted to be, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes when things like that happen, you gotta find out all 3 party story to really decipher what really happened.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know J.R.Hell Rell got signed through the Taliban.
Right.
So JR Writer, my man Puff, that's like man DC from Harlem. That's one of his best friends. He brought JR Writer up there, and JR Writer just started rapping for us. Cause how it happened is too, even J.R.Hell Rell went through this. Again, 45th Street had stages.
Yeah.
So now at this time, we was like the hip hop culture stomping ground.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming up there battle rapping.
Yeah.
They want to rap for us.
Right.
They really hoping Cam or Jim gonna pull up, but they fucking with us, because now when they get up there and they see what type of niggas we is, they realize, oh shit, we was like superstars.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, so it's like if you was coming for that, but then you got around us, more people gravitated to us. Like the shit just started becoming like 60 niggas, us is on the block.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
On some this is just, and rappers is pulling up, artists pulling up, musicians is pulling up, niggas is shopping. So the shit became bigger than life. So J.R. Writer came up there and battled somebody. He dropped the nigga in the oil. Straight up. J.R. Writer dropped the nigga right in the oil like a chicken wing. Boop! Took him right out. So now niggas just trying to go at J.R. Writer head. He done dropped 4 more pieces of chicken in the oil. He killed everybody.
Right.
Oh, you coming with us? Yeah, J.R. Writer. You in?
Yeah. His name was already J.R. Writer when y'all met?
Yes.
Right.
So J.R. and he was young. J.R. Writer was down. Unkasa was just, he came around. Unkasa probably had about 3 deals. Like he always was talented and he always was in the mix.
Right.
So when Unkasa came around, the Groove Theory dude,
Bryce Wilson.
Unkasa was signed to him.
Barry Hankerson.
Exactly.
Right.
So when Unkasa came around, Unkasa was the big pot of grease.
Okay.
Everybody got thrown in the oil when Unkasa came around.
I needed you to say this because I heard this.
Yes. So hold on. How Unkasa got around because he framed everybody.
Yeah.
He was the dude.
Yeah.
Unkasa was the big pot of grease.
Right. So basically, when somebody came up on that block and wanted a battle,
We sick and Un on him.
sick on him.
Un was, he probably was 97-2 up there.
So it's some truth to him and Hell Rell having a battle.
Everybody battled done.
Yeah.
You had to go through the old mill.
Yeah.
And Un was the nigga with the bat, the chain, and the big Devo decking you.
Yeah.
Un was the dude. He was flaming everything.
Okay.
Yes.
So how did y'all present these three MCs to the Diplomats? Unkasa, Hell Rell, and JR Writer.
So what it was when we started hanging out every day or whatever. So that's when the single "What Mean the World of You" came out.
Yeah.
And we started going like, so now we hanging with Cam and them too. We going to industry parties, events, screenings, all that stupid shit. So we went to the video screening and all that. So now Cam is about to get out his deal. So now he fucking with Dame. He doing the whole Rockefeller shit. You know, they got out the deal. Niggas went up there, beat up the people in Sony. All that's true.
So that was true. That wasn't no exaggeration.
Hell no. No.
Was the Taliban with them?
Listen to me. Ain't nothing exaggerated if I got something to do with it. We don't do the exaggerating front and shit. Yeah, we was with them. He came and upset it. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when he got with Rockefeller and Dame, Cam was not only getting a solo artist deal, he was getting a record label. Because by that time, Cam knew the industry. Cam was never going to let the industry do that to him ever again. He's going to walk away the winner every time.
Right.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, now they presenting him with a deal for other artists. He's around us that got 3 flamethrowers, and he got Jewels and Jim. So that just created the brand. You get what I'm saying?
Got it. All right. So the Voltron happened between the Taliban and the Diplomats.
No. I'm moving too fast. No, I'm not moving too fast. You said how the Voltron happened. So at this time, Cam is signed. He's creating an album for Come Home to Me.
Okay.
He drops the Diplomats mixtape.
Okay. So before we seen them on BET and all of that shit.
Listen.
Go ahead.
The Diplomat mixtape.
Yeah.
Fucked everybody up and it changed the game. This is why the movement was so big and why they so revered. You gotta understand something. The mixtape, Dipset, and then that created a whole vibe like of the street music, and Hell Rell's on the mixtape. All of them is on the mixtape.
Right.
So he's presenting his crew to the record label.
Yeah.
So like I said, that's how he was packaging everything, because he's getting a label deal.
Right.
So with Def Jam, Rockefeller. So anyway, long story short, when he got done with the mixtape, he dropped Come Home With Me. And imagine having a fire mixtape and then backing that up with a fire album.
Yeah.
So now, this is the boom. This is where everything changes.
Okay.
And it takes off.
All right. I need to ask you this before we go any further. What was Luca Brasi's position in all of this? Because I seen on, I think it was might have been the Come Up DVD, or Cocaine City. And he was up on 45th and Broadway, and he had the Taliban chain, and he was repping the Taliban. Explain his position in all of this, because I've seen him tell his story online, but just interject him into.
Luca is the boss of
Okay.
the Taliban. I was the underboss. I would say that, because that was his vision. That the Taliban is Luca's vision. That's something he put together, like with the artists and positioning himself with Cam,
Yeah.
and getting all that off the ground. So it's no Taliban without Luka.
Okay.
That's technically like his brand.
His brand. Okay.
His
brand.
Ain't nobody higher than him on that thing. Cause like ain't nobody higher than me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I'm telling you, that's what it is.
Okay.
You know?
What's up? This Big Capadon, Killer Bees on the Swarm, and right now you watching Gully TV with my man Jamil. Stay focused and keep your eyes peeled. 100.